I think being with an emotionally unavailable guy is better than dating an emotionally available guy, because you can break up with the emotionally unavailable guy because you're like, babe, you're not here. Okay, we're not gonna get there. The hearts are gonna intertwine. You won't let me be in your skin because you're afraid, and we gotta stop this. So you're like, okay, we can end it because of that. You know, like now you know, like it's for that reason. But then when you date an emotionally available guy and you're like, weird, this isn't progressing. Weird, he isn't proposing. Weird, he isn't pulling out my IUD with his teeth. You kind of can't be like, it's because he's like not emotionally available. That's not an excuse. Because once I said that once to a guy, and I was like, yeah, because like you're just like not emotionally available. And he's like, yeah, I am. Like I'm really in tune with my emotions and my feelings, and I just don't have them for you. And I was like, oh. I think you misheard me, because they get confused. I misspoke. They have a lisp. I think it's bad. Turn your hearing aid on.
It does come to my attention that most people do not know how to date intentionally. And because of it, they end up in situationships or relationships that they don't even want in the first place. And it keeps them from having the dream relationship that they actually want. So coming from someone who actually has dated intentionally, I want to give some tips and some feedback to people so that you can do it too. And these are my credentials for anyone wondering. I met my girlfriend Alina 2.5 years ago. We quickly fell in love. Both of us were dating intentionally, by the way. And we traveled the world, had an amazing time together, and we now live together. All right, so step one, the very first thing you need to do before even talking to anyone is you need to take out a pen and paper. You need to write down your dream partner list. Yes, your dream partner list. Because how are you going to know who you're looking for if you can't even be clear about it? You need to be able to write it down and see it in front of you so that you can understand and feel into it. Does this feel right to me? Is this the right person that I want? Okay, I think it is. This feels right. Okay, I want to go in that direction. So what you're going to do is you're going to write down values, qualities, behaviors, and feelings about the dream partner that you really want to have. And I'm telling you, be very specific. I thought I was being very specific when I wrote 40 things on my list. Alina ended up writing 5 pages and 99% came true. All right, so once you've done that, you're going to move on to step 2, which is to start dating people, obviously. But the part that is different is you need to start dating different people that you otherwise might not normally go for. Does that make sense? Because the most important thing is you need to broaden your experience and understand that different people are not bad. You might think they're bad because you have an idea in your head, but once you actually start dating them, you'll quickly realize, oh, maybe I was wrong about this type of person, or nope, I was right. I definitely don't want that person. And that's great because now you've narrowed it down. Now, step number 3, when you are on these dates, you need to be very clear and conscious about what you're looking for. Obviously, what we did in step 1 is really going to help you with that. But you need to openly talk about what you're looking for, things that you value, trying to cut out certain types of people that on the first date, you'll just know, okay, you're not for me, next. Because the whole point in this phase is that you were trying to qualify the person. You're actually looking for, is this person right for me? Instead of just getting caught up in the idea of how amazing they might seem. All right, there's so much more to this. Let me know in the comments if you want a part 2.
A date a week minimum. A date a week minimum. Keep dating y'all women. That's why y'all girls be tripping and shit, because y'all not keeping the spark, the energy alive. You gotta continuously date them. I don't care if y'all been knowing each other for about 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 4 years, 5 kids, and married. Keep dating that person. You gotta keep the energy flowing, keep the enthusiasm, keep the connection, the spark still there. How you do that? By continuously dating the person that you with. You ain't even gotta pay too much, bro. Honestly, it get easier if you got more skin in the game, because the women just really want to be around you. You ain't even gotta pay too much, bro. Just get creative. You ain't got the cheese to put a little $50 picnic basket together, or to spend, about 5 hours with your shorty consecutively, no interruptions, just y'all. Maybe you shouldn't be doing this. Yeah, hop on Pinterest or TikTok or something and just look up some ideas. Some low budget ideas if you ain't got the money for real. And call that girl and ask her what she doing Thursday night. Oh, I ain't doing nothing. Well, I'm about to come pick you up around like 8. Just make sure you wear this and that. Whoop-de-whoop. We're gonna have a good time. She asked, oh, what you got? Don't worry about it. I got it. Just make sure that you're ready, okay?
Okay, I'm I'm 25 years old and I've dated. I have been on the apps. I've done the whole thing. So this is my advice to girls in their early 20s on how to date, what to avoid, and what to look out for when it comes to dating, okay? First of all, never date a man that takes a selfie. That's disgusting. You should never see a selfie on his Instagram page. That's nasty. Also, if he has a Honda Civic, any type of Honda, red flag. Disgusting. Matter of fact, just stay away from all car guys. They're toxic. Men that have a TikTok, but it's actually a TikTok just to kind of just say they're single, that's nasty. Every time a dude is asking you out, he should be planning the date, paying for the date. If you feel comfortable, he should pick you up and come to your door with flowers, okay? Like, I'm sorry, but the amount of times that, like, I see that dudes make zero effort, like, you're so fucking beautiful, don't let a man take you out. I'm sorry, he doesn't deserve that. You should be able to ask a man what they want in a relationship, and if they don't have an answer for it, bye. Like, I think it's so weird that, like, people start dating and they don't know what they want. How do you not know what you want? Like, are you stupid? I'm sorry, you should know what you want. That doesn't make any sense to me. Another thing, you guys should check the type of people that they follow on, like, Instagram and stuff. Like, if they have lustful eyes, girl, that's gonna follow into the relationship. If your man is following like Instagram baddies, like, girl, no. And it's like, you shouldn't have to ask them. They should just know not to do that if they're looking for a serious relationship. Like, that's crazy to me that, like, why would a girl put up with that? And the fact that, like, men just are out here having, like, lustful Instagram followings because they don't follow them back is crazy to me. Like, no. Another thing is, don't date a man that is not into politics. That's disgusting, okay? I'm sorry, but, like, if you're past the age of, like, 18, you should have thoughts in your mind, and your thoughts should be so obvious on where you stand. Dudes that say that they're, like, not into politics, that's disgusting. Like, you're literally dating women and you're choosing not to care about them. No, red flag. Okay, but yeah, those are just some little tips and tricks on how to stay away from crusty men. If you guys have any tips on how to help the girlies out, please let not let us know, I have a man, but let them know. But it's just so funny to me that, like, I see too much on here and I'm like, I feel like I should help you out. But yeah.
A relationship is supposed to be 50-50. You take her to Italy and she posts your arm in her story. Right, that's it. Yeah, I mean, your job is to drop $4,000 on a romantic getaway and then still look like you're in the witness protection program because she's over here posting pasta, sunsets, and gondolas and just your elbow. Right? You can't even get a soft launch. You're asking for too much. What you get to be is the shadowy figure in the corner of a wine glass reflection. That's it. That's 50-50. Right? Meanwhile, you got to be out here posting her like you're managing a fan account. My queen, my piece, my everything. Full slideshow with the caption, she deserves the world. And her caption is just going to be vacation with a heart emoji. Right? Like you didn't just rearrange your credit score for this trip. But it's cool. Don't be hurt. Okay, I took my ex to Italy like 3 times in 8 months, and not one of her followers ever had a clue that someone else was on those trips too. Okay, this is just the way it is now. That's 50-50. You gotta accept it.
I'm about to turn 32 this Saturday, and I believe when I first started posting on this app, it was about 3 years ago. I think I was 28 or 29. And I used to talk a lot about the fact that I had never been in a serious relationship before, and I think it really resonated with a lot of people who were insecure about that, because that is just like an insecurity for a lot of people as they get older and feel like they should have more experience than they do. Personally, I never really felt that way, just because I don't think that caring about somebody is something that you have to learn through experience. When you meet people that you care about and love, it just comes naturally. It's like the same thing as flirting. Like, you know how to flirt when you like somebody because it just comes naturally. And as much as I do fully believe that a part of the reason why I have never been in a serious relationship is because God has been protecting me from getting hurt, it is tough sometimes because I have been on dates with people. I've had crushes on people, obviously. And it is hard to have like been on, 1-2 dates with people and then feel like, okay, so that's all I was good enough for. And obviously that's not true, but those thoughts do cross your mind. It is hard when it feels like nobody really ever wants to make an effort to get to know you or pursue anything further. I don't know, I feel like sometimes I post this kind of stuff and people look to me for like big sister kind of advice, and honestly, but I do have my moments where I really doubt myself and feel like I am too much for a lot of men. Like my personality is too much. I don't know, like I just feel like I'm too much. But I have to snap myself out of that and be like, you know what, Lydia, you need to be grateful that God has protected you from being so ruined by the wrong people. Everyone's journey is different, and when it comes down to it, the right person will not make you feel that way. You will never be too much for the right person, and the right person is also not going to care if you haven't dated tons of people. They're probably gonna be really happy about that. It is totally normal to be a very confident person, but you can still have your moments where you really doubt yourself. Luckily, that is where God comes in, because he fills the void. And I, from the bottom of my heart, believe if you are being true to yourself and true to who you believe God wants you to be, the right person is going to come along when they're supposed to. You're not going to have to make a whole bunch of effort to find them and get a whole bunch of practice with all the wrong people. It's just going to work. Love you, girls.
I went on the first casual date I've ever been on in my 26 years of life a few weeks ago, and all I have to say is I hate dating. It is terrible, awful. And it's not because like, oh, the dating scene's bad, which I'm sure it is, like, whatever. But, and it's not like the date I went on was bad. The girl that I went with was absolutely stunning, very sweet, very kind, just, not the fit for me, which, that's the point of a date, to figure that out, right? But I'm realizing, because the reason why I haven't gone on a date or a casual date in literally my whole life is because I just have such an averse reaction when it comes to like trying to get to know a girl from a romantic like foundation, or like with romantic intentions. Like, I love platonic friendships. I love being friends. I love hanging out with people. I love being friends with girls, but like there's such a weird difference in trying to get to know a girl from like a genuinely platonic friendship perspective, and then also trying to get to know them with like a, hey, we kind of like this, like on a date where it's like, oh, hey, this is supposed to be romantic, or not, maybe not romantic, but it's like, hey, we're going into this with the notion, or with the assumption that we're trying to get to know each other romantically or something like that. At least maybe down the line, you get what I'm saying, right? I greatly hate the latter, and I don't know how to get over that. And my friends always tell me that I need to go on dates, and I think that I need to start dating and like actually like trying to date. I can't avoid it forever. Even though I did a really great job, I really can't continue to avoid it forever. But I really don't know how to get over that. I feel like it's like, if anybody knows, please help me, because it just feels weird, and like it feels not like me. And maybe that's just like I need to do it more kind of thing to like fix that, but it just feels like not me. Like I don't typically try to get to know people with romantic intentions. I don't like to do that. It feels weird. It feels inauthentic. Does that make sense? Like, it feels inauthentic, and that's kind of the worst thing to do when going on a date. I feel like it probably is. I mean, not that I have like a lot of experience, but I feel like going in and being inauthentic in that way is probably one of the worst things to do. So please let your boy know. I don't really know what I'm doing. All I know is that I don't like dating, but I think I have to do it if I don't want to be alone for the rest of my life. I mean, dream scenario, I meet somebody, we're friends, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, hey, I kind of like you. Oh, hey, I kind of like you. Well, maybe we kind of like each other. Like, dream scenario. But, like, let's be real. Life's not a Hallmark movie. So, yeah. All right, let me know your... All right, bye.
I graduated to be a therapist, and these are some of my controversial things about dating. These are some of my personal rules, and after everything that I've seen and worked with, I live by this. Number 1, I have a 1-month rule. So let's say I'm getting to know someone. After a month, I either continue it or I break it off. So if it's like, I really want to keep getting to know this guy, he makes me feel great, he's been consistent, he's shown up for me, he's been intentional with dates, he's respectful, great, I'll keep going out with him. But if I feel like iffy, of like, I have doubts, it's not how I want to feel, the beginning is the time to put your best foot forward. So if you're not even feeling like he's doing that, he doesn't care. You have these red flags and you continue it. Month 2 and 3, you're just like comfortable with these red flags now. 1 month, your intuition is at its peak. Another thing, love is so great, but if there's one thing that I've seen, love can only go so much with finances. So if you're on a date and the man asks to split the bill, and there's so much controversy over this. We as women need a man to provide. Like, does this man have a job, right? Because if we have our job and if we have our education and they don't, they asked us out, they asked for our time, we're getting to know, can they provide for a family? And they asked to split the bill. Like, and if you keep going out with a guy after he asks to split the bill, you need to love yourself a little bit more. Every woman, I'm telling you, love is not enough. Finances ruin every relationship. So you get your finances straight, and he needs to have it straight. But if he's asking for your time to take you out, as to split the bill, you should not see that man again. He cannot provide for you, or he does not care enough about you. He doesn't think you're worth the full bill, right? Finances make or break relationships, and that is a truth a lot of people do not want to accept. After everything that I've witnessed, that is the one thing I'm absolutely sure of. So when you marry someone, when they propose, that should be the easiest question that you're ever asked. If you're hesitant, if you have doubts, if you have any sort of it should be the easiest thing of your life. Your marriage should be the best part of your life. He should be taking you through the death of your parents, of your siblings, potentially, there's so many accidents that happen. And if you can have emotionally intelligent conversations with this man and you don't feel like he can be there for you emotionally, the amount of people that are like, oh yeah, I don't really talk to my husband about that stuff, we don't really talk about that. It's like, it's not even that deep of stuff. I'm like, okay, do not fall into the pressure of getting married at an age that you're just not ready. Don't fall into the pressure of marrying someone just to marry someone. Be the person that you want to be with in every single way. In every single way, you yourself need to be an independent leader of yourself, not rely on others to do things for you. Then you will attract an incredible man. Those are some of my tips.
Let me tell you how crazy dating is nowadays. You can literally be messing with someone for months and really thinking y'all have something going on. Like, I really like this person, or I really can see myself being with this person. Then one day, it's just like an energy shift. Shit just get weird. Y'all become distance between each other. And then the next couple of weeks, it just gets more weirder and more weirder and more weirder. Like, it just gets to a point where it's like, I don't even want to be with this person no more. And that be it right there. Because you don't know what be going on in their head. They don't know what be going in your head. And some of us aren't mature enough to use our mouth and communicate what's going on with us. So with that being said, it completely just dies off. It's nothing completely there. It don't be nothing there after the weird phase. My advice from me to you is just protect your heart. That's literally it.
Why does dating now feel like you're literally going to war? I met someone in public and was trying to be cute and organic and oh my god, I'm gonna meet someone not on a dating app, yada yada. Also, check the spray tan, sorry. And I gave him my number, thought he was super cute, we hit it off, whatever. We go on 2 dates. First date, lovely, fantastic. It was really good. We go on a second date last night, and it was something. Mainly because there's an age gap between us. I found that out on our last date. He's 31, okay? I'm 23, and I swore off men in their 30s who were still single for very valid reasons, but we won't get into that. He was very sweet, picked me up, planned the date. We drove an hour to go get dinner. And on our drive over, on our drive over to the restaurant, we were talking about what we're looking for in relationships and stuff. And I was very upfront, very straightforward, and was like, yeah, I'm not looking to waste my time. I'm looking for a relationship, yada, yada. And he was like, oh, I'm so glad you said that because I'm in the same boat. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, cool. Sweet. And then he just randomly drops this bomb of yeah, honestly, I have a body count of 7 and they've all been ex-girlfriends. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, ooh, okay. And he was like, yep. He was proud of himself for that. And I was just like, I don't think this is really appropriate to be talking about on the first official date. And also, like, you're a man. Like, you're 31 years old and body count is still in your, like, regular vocabulary. So I was like, I'll let that one slide. Okay, that was strike number one. Then we get to the restaurant. It's fine. It's a normal restaurant, whatever. And then he asks if I wanted to get a drink. And I was like, okay, white wine, obvs. So he orders us a bottle